As we're starting off Module 2, I want to take a few moments to point out some information both in the Blackboard and about how things are probably moving going forward. By this point in the semester, it's been about 6 weeks since the course started. That's 2 weeks of training and introduction, so you get an idea of what the class might be like. But let's be honest, and until these last 4 weeks, there really wasn't any trial and error and practice to kind of see and experience firsthand what that's like. So now that you've gone through a module and you kind of have a feeling for the rhythm of the course, things should be a little bit more familiar. They'll still be a little unwieldy at times, but you know where to find things, you know where to submit things, you know where the group wikis are. The instructions are clearer because they make sense in context for you now. For that reason then, things should move a little bit more smoothly, although probably not as smoothly as they will in Module 3. In this brief introduction to the module, I want to just take a few moments to talk about some observations from the first module that may help you moving into the second module. One is that in the top part of the toolbar here of our page, we have a whole bunch of links for sending an email, scheduling a meeting or conference here, checking the syllabus, reading over the project directions, the assignment directions, the worksheet, and a copy of the rubrics. These are all important documents. So for your purposes, you want to be able to find those things at a moment's notice. When it comes to submitting final drafts, that is, once you've gone through your 2 or more drafts in your group wikis, then you're going to submit a final draft at some point in the module, and they're here in the right-hand corner. So, and under these, you'll find a bunch of linked content for your reflection at the end of the module, your student learning outcome reflection if you decided to take that option, the connect links, these video lectures, and some refresher videos. So if you forgot how to check your drafts feedback, or if you want to just kind of double check making sure you know how to submit a draft correctly, these links are available as well. As in Module 1, there's still the module deadline calendar and checklist here for you to use, and when you open this, you'll see the same kinds of information. That is, you'll see what things are due and during which weeks. These things are nice to know generally on a piece of paper so you can chop them up, press, yep, I did it, and I feel good that I did these 4 things that I needed to do in this week. But also, don't forget that in the course calendar, you have the opportunity to see that same information laying out for you in a calendar form, right? So here you get to see when things are due. So last Monday, the module opened. Last Thursday, the rhetorical notes 3 and summary 3 were due at midnight. On Sunday, the peer review comments were due to wiki. So you see there's the same information available to you, and you're able to follow that. You can even subscribe to this calendar if you'd like, to help you to stay up to date on, make sure you're getting announcements for yourself, reminders, just saying, hey, you need to be doing these small things. As you've no doubt realized, there are a lot of small things coming at you. We're taking the process of writing and slowing it down. How long do you think it really takes to read a chapter, write a summary, twice over, and write a paper? It's not really 4 weeks. That's really maybe a couple days worth of work at most. So in putting it to 4 weeks, we're breaking the process, your personal process, down into reading, asking questions, annotating, reading, having a conference to talk about the ideas as needed, drafting an idea, getting feedback. Things you might not normally do, or things you might take for granted and not treat as seriously, but with 4 weeks' time, you have that time now to draft, get feedback, think about something, attend a workshop to kind of address how you understand something, apply that workshop idea to that draft you're working on. And so now you start getting the feel for, how can I speed my process back up? That's kind of a Module 3 question, but in the meantime, you're looking to slow things down still, taking time to peer review, taking time to give feedback, taking time to reflect and to revise once more. And that's kind of the operating idea here. So as you go through Module 2, take your time. Remember, there are only a small set of things you're doing in each week, right? So this week you're going to read that Swift poem. It's not very long, although it'll take much time to read for the kind of vocabulary it employs. Write a 1-paragraph summary. Peer review your peers' summaries. Make sure you're finishing Connect by this Sunday. These kinds of things that you can just check off your list as you go through. I'd urge you to watch the second part of this video, which is 2.2, about the module SLOs, where I spend time addressing these 6 individual points here. But otherwise, Module 1 went well for the most part. If you completed the work you needed to complete, that was it. This is an effort-based class, so as long as you're lining things up and knocking them over, checking them off, whatever metaphor you want to employ here, then things are going well. If you have questions, as always though, send me a quick email or post to the discussion board.